Hey, hey, hey. Happy Wednesday. Come on in, pull up a chair. The Gaming Gang Dispatch is in the air. Ho, ho, howdy! Yes, welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. Happy holidays, everybody. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang Dispatch. Brought to you by, obviously enough, the Gaming Gang. So, welcome aboard. If this is your first time viewing the show, kick back, relax. This is very, very casual. Just hanging out, talking about the latest in tabletop gaming news. We do have a bit of PC game news tonight that I'll be bringing you as well. But it's not rocket surgery by any stretch of the imagination around here. Just hanging out, having some fun, talking about gaming. If you are somebody who watches the show from time to time, or you're a constant viewer, thank you very much for watching once again. Thanks for coming back. Tonight is Wednesday, December 23rd, 2020. This is live stream number 594. Getting close to 600. 600 is on the horizon. And of course, I do want to mention that if you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ding that bell, because it will not only let you know when I stream the Dispatch live Monday through Thursday nights, it also lets you know when I upload other videos, such as my review for Cubitos from AEG. This went up last night. Check it out. This hit stores in February, so I got the jump on this one. I know a lot of reviewers actually got the jump on this. So very, very cool. So check that out. It's a fun game. It's odd. I talk about a couple of things that I certainly would have not have done. But it is. We've had a lot of fun with it. So pretty cool. Of course, do want to mention also, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more. Be sure to get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. And because this is a live stream, that means chat is available. It's not on screen. One of the ways that I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay. But I do my best to pay attention to chat. So if you want to say howdy, or maybe you've got a question, a comment, by all means, please chime in. I will do my best to respond. Sometimes chat zips by pretty quickly. But tonight, first out the gate, was Beat Cafe saying hello. Clint Gibson is also in chat. Dennis Kozarowski, I know I always mispronounce that, is in chat. I'll just say Dennis K. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, see, that's got kind of a 70s kind of Starsky and Hutch kind of vibe to it. Hey, Dennis K's in chat with us, everybody. Dennis K, everybody. That way I won't butcher your last name constantly. John Vogel's also in chat with us as well. Good to see everybody. It is Christmas Eve. So if you were already celebrating a holiday, I hope you've had a great holiday season. If you are about to celebrate a holiday, hope you're on the verge of a wonderful holiday as well. It is also Yule Tide Mass. I think that's what it's not Yule Mass Tide. I think it's Yule Tide Mass, which is actually the pagan holiday. The Crispian. Yes, Crispian. St. Crispian. Had nothing to do with Christmas at all. I don't know why that popped out. And I swear, this is just Diet Right I'm drinking here, folks. Just Diet Right. Anyway, I was saying the pagan holiday that Christmas is kind of pinned on top of. I will mention, the other night I watched a very interesting PBS special, which was from, I believe, last year. And it was about the 12 days of Christmas and how they would have been celebrated by the Tudors. So like Henry VIII during that period of time. And very interesting. I was like, I got to be honest, I had no idea the 12 days of Christmas, the first day is Christmas. I was like, really? I thought it's like the 12 days leading up to Christmas, and it's not. I was like, well, and they didn't exchange gifts on Christmas. They exchanged gifts on New Year's Day. And the big celebration was actually on January 4th, which is supposed to mark the arrival of the three wise men. How's about that, huh? Kind of interesting, I thought, personally. I'm a pretty big history buff. I think everybody knows that. Flaming Huron has joined us in chat. Flaming Huron says, we don't celebrate Christmas here till Christmas Day. We celebrated when we were kids. We had two sets of grandparents, and of course, we had two sides of the family, right? My mom's side, my dad's side. So what we used to do is we used to actually spend Christmas Eve with my dad's parents and my aunts and uncles and cousins. And then we would go to my grandparents, my mom's parents, on Christmas Eve, like late. And we'd have pizza, and then we'd go to midnight mass, and then that's who we spent Christmas Day with. So we didn't start celebrating Christmas beforehand. I've never been one of these like advent calendar kind of people where it's like, oh yeah, all right, what beer do we have today for the advent beer calendar? Oh, it's day 22. No. So Flaming Huron says, Jeff, you're such a font of knowledge. Yes, I know. I'm just an overflowing font of knowledge. So I'm going to jump into the news in just a moment, but we're going to do something a little different tonight after the news because earlier today I received a package from the fine folks over at Wizards of the Coast. I have not opened it up yet. I took it out of the box that it came in. This is it. Yes, so that arrived from Wizards of the Coast. And I thought, just for the heck of it, why don't we just do an unboxing of it after I do the news? We'll both, well, not both, we'll all, both. Yeah, it's probably because it's just me and one person watching. Yes, so we will take a peek, see what's in this. I got to admit, it's not super heavy. It is not real heavy. So, and I don't know. I got to be honest. The PR folks who had who handle at least Dungeons and Dragons, because there's another PR company that handles Magic the Gathering. That's why you never hear me really talk about Magic, because I don't have anything going with that PR company. But they had said, hey, Jeff, do us a favor for the holidays. You know, we need you to confirm your shipping address and your T-shirt size. Because usually it's a T-shirt and some other goodies as well. But I think, I'm not positive, but I think there's like different tiers of stuff they send out. Because I think the first year I got a T-shirt. And then the next year it was a T-shirt and like a coloring book. And it was, I mean, there were a few different things. There were some miniatures. So, and then this year, this big old box shows up. So I don't know. Beat Cafe is asking, is there an Advent beer calendar? There is, from a few different places. And I can tell you, one person, Stephen Bonacore, who used to be with Stronghold Games, yes, the Podfather himself, has been enjoying an Advent beer calendar. I think there's also Advent wine calendars as well. So Fleming Heron says, on the 12th beer of Christmas, my true love said to me, "You are so good looking." Actually, my luck would be on the 12th beer of Christmas, my true love said to me, "Get the F out." Pack your bags. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. All right, let's jump on into the news because I got a pretty good selection of news tonight. First off, Moonshot Junior has a Kickstarter that's running for a game called Moonpreneur. Here's the dish. Moonpreneur is a highly interactive, thought-provoking, and invigorating entrepreneurship game. Boy, that's a word that I always stumble across. Challenge your abilities to know whether you have entrepreneurial, see, it's easier to say it that way, instinct and vision. Enjoy hours of gameplay and engaging family time with Moonpreneur. Players can choose to either start playing in the inner circle or the outer square. Play in the inner circle to get education, legal aid, insurance, or a job. The outer square brings in a whole new world of prospects, from freelancing jobs to multiple opportunities to grow your business. But beware, your business might face multiple challenges in the outer square. The more money you make, the more your business will grow. Buy and trade products with your competitors and use your business acumen to stay ahead of them. In the end, sell off everything you have, and the player with the maximum inventory and cash is the winner. I don't understand how you would have maximum inventory if you're supposed to be selling everything off. Don't know. There is a short Kickstarter video. It's a couple of minutes long. We are going to kick back and take a peek.
Tired of playing 100-year-old business board games with ancient and outdated gameplay? Try the new age business board game that brings in modern-day struggles of an entrepreneur, from making a decision to buying stock from Amazon with instant delivery, or to buy from Alibaba and wait for the stock to arrive. Should you go for air shipping or shipping via sea? Would you be able to tackle recession and manage legal compliances? Is selling online a better idea than going offline? Which freelancing opportunity should you take to earn more? Hustling is part of modern-day business, and Moonpreneur brings the gameplay closer to reality. Moonpreneur is made for modern-day entrepreneurs with newer challenges and rewards. Moonpreneur. Commence an invigorating journey into the entrepreneurial world with this uniquely strategized game that will give you a holistic experience of entrepreneurship. Maneuvering through this world is going to require critical thinking and decision-making. Build your strategy, choose the right education, put up your factory, complete all the legalities, and manage your business and finances well to outperform your opponents. Procure and build inventory and sell them in the market for profits. Monitor your revenues and expenses to earn big money. But running a business is not always a cakewalk. Watch out for things that can disrupt your business: shipwrecks, negative cards, fraud. Legal and tax compliance issues can disrupt the pace and even bring a slump to your business. Also, keep an eye out and plan for the recession, as it might hit your savings hard. Running a business is all about maximizing returns while managing risks. Luck plays a huge role in business. While landing on positive cards, growth cards, freelancing opportunities, make sure to exploit them to the utmost. Put your brain to work, play fair, or create a monopoly in the market. Choose business partners or play solo. Each player can bring a different strategy, so the gameplay is unique and exciting each time. The beauty of entrepreneurship is that the person who succeeds in the long run is the one who learns from their mistakes and bounces back. Moonpreneur is a unique entrepreneurship strategy game for 2 to 6 players, designed by Moonshot Junior's team of veteran entrepreneurs who have filled this game with their real-life business experiences. Moonpreneur is live on Kickstarter. Make a pledge to support us today.
Moonpreneur is for 2 to 6 players, ages 10 and up, plays in around 90 minutes, and you can reserve a copy for a $49.99 pledge right now. Expected delivery on the project is March of 2021. As Flaming Heron says, all those companies end up going bankrupt. All those kids. I will point out, I have been brought on board by Moonshot Junior to help with their Kickstarter. It is already going on. There's only so much I can do. So I am going to get a copy of the game to take a look at tomorrow. So look for a video of that as well. I have to point out, there's been some big changes to the way the Kickstarter is being presented. Because for one, I wasn't sure, were they pitching this game for kids? Were they pitching it to adults? So we will see. We will see what will happen. So right now, I think they're a third of the way to their goal. So we shall see. But I did want to share the news about Moonpreneur with you. Coming soon from Pegasus Spiele is Untitled. Taking a guess on that pronunciation. Here's the skinny. Untitled, the dwarf kingdom, is threatened by the dragon Fafnir. As a venerable Elveland, you have been appointed by the king. Search through every tavern in the kingdom. Nice. Goes along with your Advent beer calendar. Hire the most skillful dwarves, recruit the most prestigious heroes, and build the best battalion you can to defeat your mortal enemy. Each turn in Untitled, bid a coin on each tavern. In descending order, choose a character and add the character to your army. Each dwarf class has its own scoring way: blacksmith, hunter, warrior, explorer, and miner. Meticulous recruitment will allow you to attract a powerful hero to your army. You will also be able to increase the value of your gold coins thanks to the smart coin building system and get the best of the other Evelons. Untitled, boy, I'm telling you, just throwing these names out there is like, who comes up with this stuff? Let's see. Let's come up with a name of a game that's very difficult to pronounce, does not roll off the tongue. What shall it be? How about Untitled? That's a good one. The game is for 2 to 5 players, ages 10 and up. Plays in around 30 to 60 minutes. It's going to carry an MSRP of either $46.99 or maybe $27.99. I have seen 2 conflicting MSRPs in North America for this game. And when I take a look at the Pegasus Spiele site, which of course is German, they're showing euros, and conversion-wise, it's actually closer to the $46.99. So I am not sure how this one distributor is showing it's $27.99. I don't know. It is supposed to be rolling out into stores. You might actually be in luck and have it in one of your friendly local game stores, but it should be out everywhere in January. And I am going to have to learn how to really pronounce that word because I received a copy of it. Showed up today. Yeah, today got a good amount of stuff popping up in the mail, except for, obviously enough, my best friend Elliot's present that he sent to me. Still no sign of that. So it's lost. I'm telling you, it's lost. It'll show up like 3 months from now. Anyway, so yes. So I've got a copy of it, and it looks kind of interesting. It really does. So interestingly enough, the copy I have, the back of the game box looks like it's all in French. So Stay tuned. Flaming Heron says, are we sure that Elliot sent it? Yes, he gave me a tracking number. I told that story yesterday, I think, where the tracking number showed it was out for delivery on the 18th, never showed up, and then suddenly after that it just said, it's running late. It's in transit. The only history we have is it was picked up in the suburb that Elliot lives in. It's like, okay, all righty. Okay, so the 15 days of free games is carrying on at the Epic Games Store. Today's entry is Tropico 5 from Haemimont Games and Calypso Media Group. The Island Dictator Sim has been a popular series for years, and this is the next to latest edition because they are on Tropico 6 right now. But here are the details about Tropico 5. Return to the remote island nation of Tropico in the next installment of the critically acclaimed and hugely popular Dictator Sim series. Expand your dynasty's reign from the early colonial period to beyond the 21st century, facing an all-new set of challenges, including advanced trading mechanics, technology and scientific research, exploration, and for the first time in Tropico history, cooperative and competitive multiplayer for up to 4 players. The game features the eras. Start your reign during colonial times, survive the world wars and the Great Depression, be a dictator during the Cold War, and advance your country to modern times and beyond. From the 19th century to the 21st, each era carries its own challenges and opportunities. Each member of El Presidente's extended family is present on the island and may be appointed as a ruler, a manager, an ambassador, or a general. Invest in the members of your dynasty to unlock new traits and turn them into your most valuable assets. Research and renovate. Advance your nation by discovering new buildings, technologies, and resources. Renovate your old buildings to more efficient modern buildings. There's also an advanced trade system and trade fleet, so you can amass a global trade fleet and use your ships to secure trade routes to neighboring islands or world superpowers, both for export and import. Discover what lies beyond the fog of war, find valuable resource deposits, and explore the ruins of ancient civilizations. All new artwork has been redesigned from scratch to provide Tropico 5 with a unique visual identity. Choose from over 100 buildings from each of the individual eras. Up to 4 players can build up their own cities and economies on any given island map. Players can choose to share resources, supplies, and population, or declare war on each other. I do have the launch video. I am going to play it without any sound because, of course, it was flagged for copyright, so I cannot share it with the music. But I do want to kind of give you a peek at Tropico 5 if you're not familiar with the series, because it actually is a very interesting game series. So, and the video is not real long. I think it's about a minute and a half. So I think you can go a minute and a half in quiet silence. So let's take a peek. Tropico 5 is absolutely free until 10 a.m. Central Time tomorrow, when Epic Games will reveal their latest freebie. Nice. Yes, I know people out there are like, oh man, I wish it was Tropico 6. But I think Tropico 6 hasn't been out that long. I tried the Tropico series, I think, if I remember correctly, I think it was Tropico 4. And it was a little too tongue-in-cheek for me. It was a little kind of silly, and I was like, but if you're supposed to be like a dictator here, kind of like we're in Cuba, I was sort of like, okay. So, I don't know. Craig Martin has joined us in chat. Yes, Merry Christmas to you as well, Craig. So, Flaming Heron says, think I got a few through bundles or such. Never had this one. Yeah, well, there are 6 of them. So, once again, another pretty cool game for free from the Epic Games Store. I mean, they could easily, and they may, who knows, but they could easily just be rolling out, junk or indie stuff that no one's ever heard of and probably doesn't necessarily want. So, even though some of these games are a little older, they still are pretty cool games. So we'll see what we get tomorrow. Of course, swing over to the gaminggang.com every day. I do post what is the fresh freebie from Epic Games during the 15 free games extravaganza, I guess we will say. All right, moving along, let's jump into some role-playing game news. Because following a successful Kickstarter, Bandit Camp, not Band Camp, Bandit Camp, has released the Wicked Ones RPG. Here's the dope. Wicked Ones is a forged-in-the-dark tabletop role-playing game about a group of fantasy monsters building a dungeon, launching raids on the surface to gather a horde, and pursuing your nefarious master plan. Along the way, there's pillaging, rituals, concoctations, contraptions, discoveries deep in the ground, dungeon rooms, traps, creatures, minions, and so much more. You build your dungeon over time throughout the campaign, and no 2 dungeons will ever be alike. You bask in choosing the greater of 2 evils as your group strives to accomplish its master plan and terrorize the region around your dungeon. However, your vile deeds lure increasingly greedy and powerful adventurers into your dungeon. Can you stave off the inevitable onslaught of heroism that your notoriety brings? The game does feature. It's forged in the dark. It's built on the framework made by John Harper for Blades in the Dark, with significant changes to better represent monstery gameplay. There's rules for building and drawing out a dungeon together, including traps, tricks, creatures, locks, minions, and things you discover underground. There's 4 phases of play: lurking, calamity, raiding, and blowback that set the pace of dungeon life. The game mechanics reinforce that you're a monster with dark hearts, dark impulses, and going feral. Flexible spell system includes the fact that players choose a specific path of magic or god they worship, then flexibly create spells of different power levels on the fly. This extends magic further, allowing the creation of very powerful magical effects, though you must fulfill some special requirements for powerful ritual magic and fight off those who might seek to stop your rituals. Damn you, we're trying to contact Cthulhu here. Get out of here, for crying out loud. There's Monster Science, a robust crafting system to create whatever contraptions and alchemical concoctions you can imagine. A write-up recommending safety tools, such as the X card, movie ratings, lines, and veils, to help your group with sensitive subject matters. Play as several different types of monsters, each of which have a lot of room for making unique characters. Play as a brute, a conniver, crafter, hunter, marauder, shadow, shaman, warlock, or zealot. I'm a zealot. Oh, I love it so much. There's more. There's 5 dungeon themes. Each theme has a unique core function and a list of rooms that can only be built within that dungeon, allowing your dungeon to match your group's preferred playstyle. Build an enclave, forge, hideout, stronghold, or temple. Each sandbox is a region to build your dungeon within, giving you a list of factions to target with raids, or you can fill it with factions of your own. Play within the city sewers. There's always monsters in the sewers, right? And those are low-level characters. Those are low-level adventurers coming, right? You can easily get rid of them. Just bust out some giant rats. Maybe a giant spider or two. Give them a kobold or a goblin to deal with. That's how the sewers work. I'm showing my old school Renaissance cred there, right? There's also colonial seas. Interesting. Quiet Valley or War Zone. Choose any monstrous race and represent them by building their own unique abilities. Play as 4 powerful monster types with their own unique mechanics. Play as a Brain Eater, Doom Seeker, Face Stealer. Yeah, I'll take that. Or Goldmonger. Goldmonger. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait, that's Goldfinger. Sorry. There's a clear session 0/session 1 starting scenario to get your dungeon up and running while teaching all players the game mechanics. The 360-page hardcover, you heard that right, 360 pages, is available in hardcover and PDF together at DriveThruRPG for $51.48. You can score just the PDF alone for $20. That's a pretty sweet deal. Especially we've been talking lately about the just ridiculous prices that we're starting to see on a lot of these PDFs from companies. So we have Ben Nelson hanging out in chat. Just so you know, Ben happens, or I should say it's Nielsen. For some reason, you guys know who watch the show all the time that my chat window gets kind of blocked off by one of the tripods on the camera. So sometimes I have to kind of go, huh, what? So, sorry, it's Ben Nielsen, not Nelson. But Ben is actually affiliated with this game. That's right. That is correct. He is part of, not Band Camp, Bandit Camp. So good to see you, Ben. Thanks for popping in. So Ben says, it's blowing my mind having somebody talk about my game. Yeah, we do it all the time here. And we tend to have publishers and designers pop in and they're like, I saw this thing on Twitter. It mentioned me. And it's like, oh, what is this? And they're like, oh, wow. There's somebody sharing all the news about my game. Very cool. So welcome aboard. If anybody's got any questions that they might want to ask about the Wicked Ones, by all means, fire away. We've got Ben here. Do you want to mention to Ben as well that if you are interested in seeing a video review for Wicked Ones, by all means, reach out. Let me know. Do lots of RPG reviews around here, and we don't only talk about Paizo or Wizards of the Coast. All right, my final news piece is another role-playing game that really did catch my eye. It is from Flatland Games, and it is Through Sunken Lands. And here's the scoop. Danger and glory await the bold. In the common rooms of the great city's countless inns, in the bathhouses of the merchant quarter, hanging out in the bathhouses, eh? And before the altars of 1,000 gods, brave and desperate adventurers meet and make plans. They leave every day and seek their fortunes in these sunken lands. Travel with us through Sunken Lands. Lots of times we want to play a role-playing game, but just don't have the time for all the prep work involved. No more. Through Sunken Lands is a kit to make a motley crew of ruthless sellswords, gifted sorceresses, and cunning thieves I've got a cunning plan, my lord. And send them off in search of gold and glory. That's the name of another OSR role-playing game for gold and glory. Now we have this simple swords and sorcery role-playing game that gives a group all the tools they need to play an exciting adventure in a single evening. No homework, no fuss. Anyone with a background in OSR games will already be comfortable with the core rules of Through Sunken Lands. It's inspired by the works of Michael Moorcock, Fritz Leiber, and Robert E. Howard. Big thumbs up there. Good deal. There are character playbooks and scenario packs for play in a single evening with no prep. I do believe, it's not mentioned in this, but I do believe that this is a Powered by the Apocalypse game. Similar to, gosh, off the top of my head, I can't remember. Is it, it's not Into the Odd that Flatland does. Can't remember the title of it. And it's funny because I always mix up the two. It's Into the Odd and then Beyond the Wall. That's it. They do Beyond the Wall. So, and that is kind of a Powered by the Apocalypse game. Anyway, back to the sell sheet info. It is player-driven, designed for fleshing out the great city and world beyond. It's a sample sword and sorcery setting included as well. The impossible city of Jondar and the 100 Seas. There are 9 character playbooks, including the Spell Thief, I'll take that, and Eldritch Sorcerer King. There are 3 scenario packs. The Mysterious Island. I wonder if Captain Nemo's hiding there. The Treasure Hunt, and the Wizard's Tower. This is another PDF that looks like it's got a lot to it at a very friendly price. The 218-page PDF is available right now at DriveThruRPG for $9.99. Sweet. Cool deal. I believe John, is it Hodgkins? I'm trying to remember John's last name. He was with Cubicle 7 Entertainment and then branched out. Anyway, I can tell his artwork. I believe he does the cover for this. And I think he does some of the artwork within as well. So we got a couple of pretty cool role-playing games you might want to take a peek at with both Wicked Ones and Through Sunken Lands. Very nice. Both of these are available, once again, at DriveThruRPG. And, of course, whenever I talk about DriveThruRPG, please keep in mind the Gaming Gang and thus the Dispatch are affiliated with the One Bookshelf sites. So if you are going to visit, say, DriveThruRPG, please swing by thegaminggang.com first. Click on one of our banner ads. And that way, if you do happen to make a purchase, I get a little portion of that sale. And all those nickels, dimes, and quarters really do add up and help keep the Gaming Gang around. So, and there are a lot of people who do. So thank you. I really, really do appreciate that because, you never know, right? All right. So that is the news. Let's see. Who have we had pop in? We have had Milwinius from Yolk arrive. Viper Dave has joined us. Well, if Viper Dave's here, that means I got to wrap the show up. Sorry, everybody, because we all know Viper Dave shows up about 3-4 minutes before the show ends. So that's it. See you, everybody. Just kidding. A Gray Day has arrived. Nice. Good to see you all. Yeah. So we've got, I think that's it. So A Gray Day says, Beyond the Wall is great. We've done some family sessions of it. So some of these Powered by the Apocalypse games kind of all roll into one in my mind. Isn't Beyond the Wall kind of a game that's sort of, I guess, how would I put it? That the characters are more kind of inspired by, like the Earthsea books, Ursula Le Guin's series, where they're like younger characters who kind of start growing into their powers and things like that. I don't think they're like super like overly powered or anything like that. There isn't that real super epic fantasy where like first level D&D where it's like, oh my gosh, these guys could beat the hell out of most OSR characters who were like 5th level. So Great A says correct. That is correct. Cool. Nice. So a couple of things, and then we are going to, if you join me late, we are actually going to take a look at something that Wizards of the Coast sent me today. And it's this. Yeah. So we're going to be taking a look at this in just a moment. Guys, so I haven't cracked it open. I have no idea what's in here. So it's well, I keep saying it's kind of light. It's lighter than you would think it would be. And I'm sure that the box itself is a lot of the weight here. But we're going to take a peek. We're going to see what's going on with this. Also did want to mention all of you out there who took part in the game auction. Thank you very much. I did send emails out to everybody last night. And don't be shocked if you don't hear back from me, because I know a lot of people emailed me back with their addresses where to send everything. And I'm going to figure out, shipping and all that. You'll probably not get an email from me until this weekend, just so you know. And I know a lot of folks who are in chat right now did take part in the auction. So just so you know, I'm not forgetting you or anything like that. It's just, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, for crying out loud. I don't want to be sorting through boxes of stuff. Anyway, but I am going to actually be shooting some videos over the next few days. So there is going to be a lot of stuff still coming. So Great A said, hey, no problem, Jeff. Not in a hurry. So yes, Flaming Heron kind of says the same thing. Well, I'm just letting people know, because there were some, there's still left. There's a lot of cool stuff. So I'm sure there were, some games that people are like, oh yeah. And for some strange reason, I'm not sure if he popped in to chat with us tonight. Actually Clint is here. Okay. So Clint bid on a game which was a Kickstarter preview that I got, and Clint wants me to sign it. I don't know why, because it's like I had nothing to do with it. I mean, I did shoot, the preview video, the Kickstarter preview video for it, but I mean that's all I had to do with it. So, but I'll sign it. That's okay. Anyway, all right. And once again, some of you popped in a little bit late. I was talking about a role-playing game. One of the news pieces was for a brand new role-playing game called Wicked Ones. And I believe one of the creators, Ben Nielsen, is still hanging around in chat. So if you pop over to DriveThruRPG and take a peek, if you got any questions, fire away, because I don't think Ben took off. Like, all right, he's done talking about my game. See ya. Bye. Then again, maybe he did. I don't know. All right. So Flaming Heron says I'm a celebrity. I don't know about that. There was actually a game. This is back when Elliot was part of the gaming gang. There was a game that did a Kickstarter, and remember, there weren't a lot of people covering tabletop games at the time. And they had a contest where you could vote on who was going to get like a special card for this game. And the game's called Nature of the Beast. And they were going to do a card for 2 outlets. And the Dice Tower was one, and the Gaming Gang was the other. So back in the day, we were a lot more popular. So, but that's what happens. You get everybody and their brother out there covering the hobby, And you got people out there who have corporate money behind them who, I mean, I think I'm not talking Dice Tower, I'm talking Dice Breaker. It's like, yeah, okay, so let's suddenly launch this website, and they had what, 50,000 subscribers in a couple of days. It was like, what? And they're obviously just another one of these kind of corporate entities, which is weird because I really like Rock Paper Shotgun for their PC game stuff. I don't know, but yeah, their actual coverage of tabletop games. All right, so let's swing on over to the other camera because I've got that big old box sitting here. Ta-da! There we go. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I will actually pop in as well. So let me do this. All right, come on. I hate we've had a new update to OBS Studio, and the way everything is laid out now is just a pain. It used to be that you had a really small area that you could kind of squeeze in your like scenes. These are considered to be scenes when I switch from thing to thing, you know, right? Like news piece to news piece. And now that's like takes up everything, and you can barely see the actual feed, and it pisses me off. It got great. He's like, everyone's mad at OBS since the last couple of updates. I'm not necessarily mad at them. I would have liked to have an option to change this around. It doesn't exist. So give me a second here. Because I don't need my little teleprompter anymore. So I am going to go, so I can actually make sure that this is actually in focus, because that would kind of suck. So yeah, yeah, I guess I can't go full screen because then I can't actually see chat. Yeah, Jeff. So Flaming Hero says, I actually went back to look at some of your older reviews the other day. Feels weird looking at older videos, especially when I saw chat. Yeah, you know, you think it's weird seeing some of the old videos with the other cameras and with the way different lighting, and I still sit here and think, oh man, I wish I had like really professional stuff. But yeah, it's like night and day. It drives me nuts when I watch some of the videos and I'm like, ooh man, that 1080 doesn't look like any 1080 there. All right, so it was a great day. It's like, where's the matching sweater? You know, that was kind of funny because I saw this too, and I thought, first thing I thought is sweater or like socks. Sort of has a look like socks too. All right, so we're going to open this up. What do we got? All right, so it says, Dear fellow adventurer, 'twas the week before midwinter, and all through the house a D20 was rolled in the game we espouse. Please accept these tokens of thanks for your endless goodwill, including a tumbler and crystals and coffee to swill. Jeez. 2020 had advantage. Really? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe they had an advantage on us. What was up with this year? Let's ring in the next with all of the cheer. Thank you for being a bright star in the Dungeons and Dragons community. Sincerely, the D&D team at Wizards. Very cool. So we have a crystal die from Crystals from Swarovski, which was this the company that did that like $300 dice set that people were freaking out about? Oh, look at that. That is cool. Oh, and this has, jeez. It's that's really funny. Look at how thick this is. And it's kind of like a foam board that this is part of. And let's see. Geez, can't even pop it out here. What's going on? There we go. Here it comes. Watch, it breaks. Wow, that's really cool. That is very, very cool. In fact, let's do this. See, now, I can't get too close with this, because I can't tell you how well in focus that's going to look. That's nice. It's also very, very heavy. So Agrede says Swarovski has been making fine crystals since 1895. Wow. Okie doke. And they are an Austrian company. Nice. But yeah, this has a lot of heft. If I threw this at somebody, it would really hurt. But that is very nice. Very cool. All right, so we've got some coffee beans. Initiative Coffee Company, Beans of Holding. Roasted specially for the D&D team. And friends. 8 ounces medium roast. Yeah, I can actually smell it coming through here. That's cool. I don't have a coffee grinder, though. Oh, looks like we had a little hiccup there for a second. So hopefully everything is cool. So Melwinia says, Wicked Ones looks quite interesting, a bit like Pen and Paper Dungeon Master PC game. First thing I thought of was Dungeon Keeper, which I think isn't Dungeon Master kind of like a takeoff of Dungeon Keeper? Because I remember that game. All right, so we got a little draw bag. There's a card in here. Oh, it's for your crystal die. Bingo. There we go. So put my little crystal die in there. Keep it safe. So here we've got a tumbler. Oh, a nice metal tumbler, too. Oh, it'll keep stuff cold for 24 hours. Or hot for 8. So Melwinia says, yeah, Dungeon Keeper is what they meant. But there's another game out there now. I think they're on like the 3rd edition of it that is kind of like Dungeon Keeper, but it's not called Dungeon Keeper. Wow, this is very nice. This, I guess, for my coffee, right? That they just sent me. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. Well, after the holidays, maybe you'll see me drinking this. All right. Oh my gosh, I was kidding about the socks. There's socks. There's D&D socks. And they're casual. I would hope so. So Grade A says they've been avoiding the metal dice craze. I do too. I mean, I see a lot of them and I think they're pretty nice, but then it's like, yeah, you start going down that rabbit hole. It's like, okay, so it's got the ampersand on it. Oh, that's pretty funny. Let's say stance. Sub surprise me. Yeah. A great says it's casual +1. That's right. Special toe heaters here. So a grade A says everyone complains the metal dice dent dice trays and tables. Yeah, I guess that's very possible. And the precious stone dice craze. Yeah, I don't get that either. So Neverwinter. So what is this, a promo? Yep, it's a promo. I haven't, it's kind of funny. I'll bust out Neverwinter every once in a while and go back to it. And I think it's great. I mean, I have never spent a dime on Neverwinter, and in fact, I've actually done it twice and taken my character to the level, like the the highest level you can get. I think it's 60. I mean, you can play further than that, but I've done it twice. That's cool. Nice. So it's a promo for a coupon pack. And I, of course, some jerk is going to go and redeem this promo that you just got to see before I have a chance to. All right, and then we got looks like an ampersand. It's like a sticker. It's a Swarovski crystal fabric sticker made from tiny crystal balls and faceted crystals fused to a flexible and durable silicone base. That's pretty wild. All right, I think that's it. Oh, wait. No, I think, what is it, just a piece of wood down here on the bottom? No, there's a book. Oh. It's, oh, jeez, look at that. It's personalized. It's a personalized copy of the alternate art cover for Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. And it's got my name on it. That is cool. Nice. I think that's it. Yes. Oh, wait, what is that? That is, oh, okay, that was the thing from the little bag. All right, so we've got Tasha's Cauldron of Everything personalized for me. And then we've got the socks. We've got the crystal sticker that's on silicone. It's kind of cool. We got the coffee that I will have to go get a grinder to drink the coffee. And then we got the little bag and the crystal die. All right, come on, bag. Open back up here with that cool crystal die. Nice, very cool. I say it all the time. I have never had any problems with Wizards of the Coast. I have never had any issues with them. I know there are some people out there who are like, oh yeah, they don't care about reviewers and things like that. And I mean, that is possible. I mean, that's very possible. But I personally have never had any problems whatsoever with the fine folks over at Wizards of the Coast. In fact, for a few years, and once again, this is back when we didn't have tons of people covering the hobby, they used to have some pretty good parties that were, press only, that were very cool at Gen Con. So, like I said, they've always been super nice to me. I know people have issues with Wizards of the Coast, and some of them have, legitimate issues. I mean, it's not, just, smoke. But like I said, they always treat me really nice. And I mean, this is a very, very cool gift for Christmas. Because to be honest, like I said, originally, first time Wizards of the Coast sent me anything for Christmas, it was a t-shirt. And I was like, wow, that's cool. They sent me a t-shirt. Excellent. All right. So this box here, I'm not sure what in the world I'll be doing with this. I don't know what I'll be storing in it, but that is kind of cool as well. All right. So that is it for the show, mainly pop back. Yes, there we go. So it's Dungeons 3. So yes, the Dungeons series is the series of games that we were kind of talking about. I know Elliot, my best friend Elliot, he's played, I think it was Dungeons 2, because he was a huge fan of Dungeon Keeper. And I like Dungeon Keeper, and I like Dungeon Keeper 2. The only thing that I sort of had against it was they were very puzzly. So each level had a specific way that you had to beat it. So you weren't really just free to just do your own thing, designing your own dungeon and, creatures and all these other things. you had to kind of address the puzzle aspect of it. And to me, that took a little away from it. All right. So there's some discussion of the Tainted Grail board game. That is not something I'm familiar with. Oh, last thing before I go. I also received, remember I mentioned today was an interesting day. I got quite a bit of stuff popping up. So from Hachette Games, I have Quetzal, which we talked about. I did a news piece about. And, whoops, as I bumped the mic. Also, Dinner in Paris, which I just did a news piece about. This box has actually got a lot of heft to it. So lots of goodies on the horizon. So stay tuned. All right. Anyway. So Flaming Heron says, Iron Danger is good with a unique mechanic in the game that takes away from a need to save. Oh, nice. War for the Overlord. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've never actually played it. Have never touched it. So anyway, like I said before, keep your eyes peeled every day. It's my morning. I have no idea what time it might be where you are, but every day through basically New Year's Eve, we've got new free PC game from Epic Game Store. I won't be surprised if they drop maybe, a twofer one of these days. Because I know, if I remember correctly, I think they did that last year too. All right. As a reminder, if you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you subscribe, ding that bell. Because not only will it let you know when the Gaming Gang Dispatch airs right here on YouTube Monday through Thursday nights, it'll also let you know when I upload other videos, such as my upcoming review of Quetzal. Or Quetzal. Rhymes with pretzel. I don't know. It is the City of Sacred Birds. It does look very, very interesting. So, anyway, so stay tuned. And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Everybody enjoy the holidays. So when you see me next, all the Christmas decorations will be gone. We'll be back to just, the regular duct tape studios. Oh, well. So Great A's asking, how many episodes next week? 3. We have 3 episodes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I will be off on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Doesn't mean that you won't see a video pop for, a review or something. But no live stream. And of course, I never do live streams anymore on Fridays. So, all right. So there you go. There you have it. Anyway, everybody out there, I really do hope that you are having a wonderful holiday season as best as you possibly can during the times we are in. I personally, I'm not seeing the rest of my family outside of my dad for Christmas. That is a bummer, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you keep, loved ones of the family safe. COVID, if I caught COVID, it might be the end of me. And I know my parents, it would certainly be the end of them, most likely. So anyway, everybody have a great holiday. Even if you don't celebrate any holiday, have a great, Festivus for the rest of us. Or enjoy, the next few days and the weekend. Have a great weekend as well. Of course, I will be back next Monday. And those of you who hung out in chat, thank you very much. Always enjoy when folks hang out to keep me company so I don't feel like a complete idiot just talking to the camera. But I do know a lot of people out there don't have an opportunity to watch live. And I really do appreciate the fact that you tune in after the fact, maybe even on Memorex. I really, really do appreciate that as well. So all of you out there, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday or Thursday or whatever day it may be. If you are celebrating Christmas, a very Merry Christmas to you. And of course, I'll be back next week. And as I wrap up all of my videos during this never-ending pandemic, I also hope all of you out there are being smart and staying safe. Merry Christmas. Oh, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, if you'd like to subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel, by all means, click right here. And if you'd like to check out one of our recent live streams, click right up top. And if you want to roll the dice and see what the algorithm for YouTube recommends, click right here. And of course, thank you once again for watching. And gang, please stay safe and wear a mask.